There is an island in the middle of the Atlantic that holds more secrets than the Vatican, more mysteries than the Bermuda Triangle, and hardly anyone talks about it. São Tomé and Príncipe is not just a forgotten paradise. It is a vault sealed by pirates, explorers, and forces science has yet to explain. Buried treasures, civilizations erased from history, and phenomena that defy modern logic. But why has no one ever told you about this before? Because few have the courage to face the unknown. Get ready to discover a place where the past never died. It only went into hiding. And those who dare to enter may not come out the same. Welcome to São Tomé and Príncipe, the most mysterious island in the world. And believe it, you've never seen anything like this. Imagine a lost island in the middle of the Atlantic, shrouded in a mist of mystery, with a history that dates back to the age of discovery. Since colonial times, São Tomé and Príncipe has been the setting for adventure, conquest, and tragedy, where legends of pirates and forgotten civilizations still echo. With its impenetrable forests, deserted beaches, and volcanic mountains, São Tomé and Príncipe is not just exotic. It is a true vault of unexplored secrets. But what makes this place the most mysterious in the world? For centuries, sailors and explorers reached these remote islands in search of wealth, only to find a vital, strategic point along the Atlantic trade routes. Since the 15th century, these islands became a key stopover for Portuguese navigators, not only because of their location in the Gulf of Guinea, but also for serving as a hub in the trade of slaves and spices. Ancient legends speak of feared pirates like the notorious William Kidd, whose tales intertwine with the dangers of the maritime routes used by European seafarers. At that time, the islands of São Tomé and Príncipe played a strategic role in navigation, serving as a crucial point for commerce, and also for illicit activities such as piracy. It is said that São Tomé and Príncipe was a haven for pirates sailing the waters of the Gulf of Guinea, and the locals have their own stories to tell. Some speak of mysterious shadows that appear in the forests at night, and of ancient symbols carved into volcanic rock, said to have been left by those same pirates. Many believe great fortunes remain buried, waiting to be discovered by daring adventurers. Among these legends, one of the most intriguing is that of Captain Dantas. According to the tale, more than 300 years ago, Captain Dantas, a pirate and smuggler, sailed these waters with a ship laden with treasures looted from European vessels. During a fierce storm, he sought refuge on the shores of São Tomé and, fearing capture, buried his spoils in a hidden volcanic cave in the mountains. He is said to have marked the location with enigmatic symbols etched into ancient stones. However, before he could return, Dantas was captured and taken far away, carrying with him the secret of the treasure's location. To this day, no explorer has managed to uncover this mysterious trove, only adding to the fascination surrounding São Tomé and Príncipe. In one such story, a fleet of pirates was caught in a violent storm while fleeing with the loot from a European ship. According to legend, the captain, in a last attempt to save his crew, buried the treasure on one of the islets before vanishing into the depths of the ocean, leaving clues to its location in maps that were never found. Even today, expeditions in search of these treasures continue to fail, deepening the mystery that surrounds the region. São Tomé and Príncipe, therefore, is not just a tropical island. It is a place where past and present blend in a landscape of mystery and legend. In an age where many believe the world has already been fully explored, São Tomé and Príncipe remains one of the last havens of unsolved enigmas. For those who remember a time when the unknown still sparked wonder and curiosity, these islands offer a chance to relive the spirit of adventure and discovery. Are you ready to explore these enigmas and unearth the stories these islands still keep hidden? Pirate legends and hidden secrets. The archipelago of São Tomé and Príncipe was the perfect setting for pirates who sailed the Atlantic, thanks to its treacherous waters and isolated beaches that offered the ideal refuge for hiding loot. Among the countless pirate tales, one of the most fascinating is that of the Portuguese pirate Bartolomeu Português, who is said to have sailed to these islands with an immense treasure. After a fierce battle with a Spanish ship, Bartolomeu is believed to have buried part of his treasure in a secret cave in the mountains of São Tomé, planning to return, but he was never seen again. Beyond the legends, the archipelago's remote geography adds to the mystery. For the locals, these islands are more than a home. They are guardians of ancient secrets, where past and present intertwine. In a world that seems to have explored every corner, São Tomé and Príncipe remind us that there are still profound mysteries waiting to be uncovered, both about nature and about ourselves. Underground caves, inaccessible rock formations, and forests still not fully explored feed the idea that something remains hidden on these islands, something beyond human understanding. This is the setting we are about to explore. We will uncover pirate legends, natural phenomena, and hidden treasures that make São Tomé and Príncipe the most mysterious place on Earth. Throughout this video, you'll see that every corner of these islands holds a secret waiting to be discovered, whether beneath the depths of the ocean or within uncharted jungle. Did you enjoy that mystery-filled introduction? Don't miss the rest of this video and find out why São Tomé and Príncipe is one of the last unexplored paradises on the planet, where every story could be the key to a secret kept for centuries. Located in the Gulf of Guinea, approximately 250 kilometers off the coast of West Africa, São Tomé and Príncipe consists of two main islands and several smaller islets. It carries a rich history that is deeply intertwined with the era of European maritime exploration. This archipelago, lost in the middle of the Atlantic, is not merely another isolated piece of land. It is a true vault of natural, historical, and cultural mysteries, waiting to be unveiled by those brave enough to step onto its soil. What makes São Tomé and Príncipe so mysterious? One of the least visited nations in the world, São Tomé and Príncipe remains off the beaten tourist path, which only adds to its enigmatic nature. Its untouched beaches, volcanic mountains, and dense forests create a setting that feels drawn straight from an adventure tale. However, it is the combination of its peculiar geology, ancestral legends, and obscure colonial past that creates an atmosphere that is truly intriguing, almost supernatural. Moreover, local traditions, wrapped in myths and legends, reinforce the feeling that these islands guard more secrets than they let on. But are we ready to discover everything São Tomé and Príncipe has to offer? Let's delve into the aspects that make this island truly unique and mysterious. Colonial secrets and shadows of the past. Discovered in the 15th century by the Portuguese, the islands of São Tomé and Príncipe became a key strategic point in Atlantic trade. However, behind this official history lie hidden narratives that few know about. Historical records mention secret trade routes and wealth that went unnoticed for centuries, but what was truly concealed in the shadows of the colonial past. The islands were the site of an intense and brutal slave trade, a commerce that thrived silently, fueling distant economies while destroying local cultures. Many documents and accounts from that time remain hidden or lost, feeding speculation that secrets still lie buried on deserted beaches and within impenetrable forests. Furthermore, due to their isolated position, São Tomé was targeted by pirates for centuries, and there are rumors that treasures remain hidden, waiting to be found. Some stories speak of missing ancient maps, pointing to caves and remote islets where these treasures might lie. And what else might this colonial history be concealing? Some believe that São Tomé and Príncipe still holds valuable secrets buried in its fields or hidden by its dense vegetation. ready to be discovered by modern explorers. Who would dare to unearth these mysteries? A fascinating geology. Mysteries beneath the volcanoes. Geologically, São Tomé and Príncipe emerged from a chain of volcanic mountains, and their landscapes bear witness to this violent and fascinating past. One of the most enigmatic formations is Pico Cao Grande. Imagine a massive volcanic needle rising 600 meters into the sky, surrounded by tropical rainforest. This formidable peak, whose shape is so peculiar that it puzzles even geologists, dominates the landscape of São Tomé, guarding secrets about the island's formation that science has yet to fully unravel. The archipelago is also a paradise of biodiversity, home to endemic species found nowhere else on Earth. São Tomé and Príncipe shelter one of the most untouched forests on the planet, and the presence of unique animals and plants continues to astonish scientists and researchers. Within this dense vegetation, new natural secrets are uncovered with every expedition. The lingering question is, what else lies hidden in this nearly untouched wilderness? Beyond Pico Cao Grande, the archipelago is filled with volcanic craters and mysterious geological formations, such as underground rivers and unknown caves, that have held their secrets for millions of years. What might these volcanic landscapes reveal about the origin of the islands, and perhaps even about the history of the Earth itself? Legends and lost civilizations, echoes of a forgotten past. Although the recorded history of São Tomé and Príncipe dates back to the 15th century, local legends tell much older tales. According to oral tradition, long before the Portuguese arrived, the islands were inhabited by an ancient civilization whose traces may still be hidden in the impenetrable forests. These stories speak of mysterious artifacts, submerged symbols and forgotten temples, suggesting that these islands were once home to a sophisticated culture whose secrets remain unknown. Some locals claim to have seen these artifacts, but the dense forests and rugged terrain make them difficult to fully explore. The legends say that these ancient inhabitants were keepers of lost knowledge, and that their presence can still be felt on the island. For many, the forests are sacred, protected by spirits who, according to local belief, make access to certain areas difficult in order to preserve what lies hidden there. Reports of these guardian spirits create a mystical aura around the islands, attracting not only tourists, but also curious archaeologists and anthropologists. Some researchers believe that the legends may hold clues about pre-colonial civilizations still unknown to the modern world. What do these forests truly conceal? Are they merely stories, or could there be a deeper truth yet to be uncovered? The mystery continues. These islands are far more than just an exotic destination. They are vaults of mystery, waiting to be unlocked by those who seek the extraordinary. If you, like the great explorers, feel the call of the unknown, São Tomé and Príncipe is your next challenge. By setting foot on these islands, you follow in the footsteps of navigators, pirates, and adventurers who tried, but never managed, to uncover all their secrets. For those bold enough to explore them, there are always more questions than answers. Every volcanic landscape, every forest corner, and every local legend reminds us that the world still holds mysteries that may never be fully revealed. By stepping onto these islands, you are not merely exploring a remote location. You are entering a territory where time, history, and nature intertwine in ways that challenge conventional understanding. São Tomé and Príncipe continue to confront us with their secrets, inviting those who seek something deeper than what meets the eye. The lingering question is, are you ready to discover these mysteries? Unexplored biodiversity, a paradise for scientists. São Tomé and Príncipe are true natural sanctuaries, functioning as living laboratories for scientists and researchers from around the world. With much of their territory covered by dense tropical rainforest, the archipelago is considered a biodiversity hotspot, a term used to describe an area with a high concentration of endemic species, meaning species that are found nowhere else on the planet. With each new expedition, previously unknown plants and animals are discovered, further enhancing the fascination with the rich biodiversity of these islands. The fauna is equally remarkable. São Tomé and Príncipe are home to a wide variety of birds, reptiles, and insects that continue to astonish researchers. Many of these species remain underexplored, and it is likely that several of them have yet to be catalogued by science. Recently, biologists identified new species of birds and amphibians in the archipelago's forests, reinforcing the idea that this is one of the last untouched natural refuges in the world. The marine diversity surrounding the islands is also a significant point of interest. The waters around São Tomé and Príncipe are home to an extensive range of aquatic life, including fish, corals, and mollusks that are rarely found elsewhere. There are rumors among researchers that rare species of fish and marine invertebrates have yet to be identified, placing the archipelago on the radar of the most ambitious scientific expeditions. This unexplored potential makes São Tomé and Príncipe a true ecological treasure, a paradise for scientists seeking to unlock the secrets of global biodiversity. Mysterious natural phenomena, the bioluminescent waters. One of the most enchanting and mysterious phenomena of São Tomé and Príncipe is marine bioluminescence. At night, the waters surrounding the islands glow with a bluish light, creating an almost otherworldly visual spectacle. Imagine walking along a completely dark beach at night and suddenly seeing the waves light up with a soft blue glow, as if the stars had fallen into the sea. This is the breathtaking show offered by the bioluminescent waters of São Tomé and Príncipe. Although this phenomenon occurs in other parts of the world, the intensity with which it appears on the beaches of São Tomé and Príncipe is extraordinary, intriguing both visitors and scientists alike. The glow of the water is intensified by the lack of light pollution across the archipelago, providing a truly unmatched natural spectacle. On clear, moonless nights, the scene becomes even more striking. A beach wrapped in total darkness where the waves shimmer with a gentle light, creating a magical, almost mystical atmosphere. For many, this phenomenon reinforces the aura of mystery that surrounds São Tomé and Príncipe, turning the archipelago into the perfect setting for near dreamlike experiences. Scientists continue to study the bioluminescence in the region's waters, trying to understand why it manifests with such intensity. Some hypotheses suggest that the chemical composition of the water, combined with temperature and ocean currents, creates ideal conditions for the proliferation of these luminous organisms. Regardless of the scientific explanation, the phenomenon feeds the island's natural mystique, drawing curious minds and adventurers from around the world. Lost artifacts and archaeological discoveries. With its dense forests and remote areas, São Tomé and Príncipe has also revealed archaeological secrets that continue to surprise researchers. Although these islands were colonized by the Portuguese in the 15th century, recent discoveries suggest that human history on the archipelago may be much older than previously believed. Fragments of pottery, stone tools, and other artifacts uncovered in recent excavations indicate that São Tomé and Príncipe were inhabited by pre-colonial cultures, challenging conventional historical narratives. These findings raise important questions. Who were these first inhabitants? What kind of life did they lead? And what were their connections to the African continent? One of the most intriguing hypotheses is that these islands were part of an African trade network, linking distant regions before the arrival of the Europeans. The presence of artifacts of African origin reinforces this theory, suggesting that São Tomé and Príncipe may have held strategic importance in commerce among African civilizations long before becoming a stopover point for Portuguese navigators. These archaeological discoveries bring to light the possibility that many secrets are still buried on the islands. Impenetrable forests and unexplored caves may conceal evidence of ancient civilizations and untold stories. Each new excavation reveals clues that could rewrite the history of these islands and of humanity itself. What else lies hidden beneath the soil of São Tomé and Príncipe, waiting to be unearthed and understood? São Tomé and Príncipe are not just natural paradises with stunning landscapes. They are vaults of ecological, geological, historical and cultural mysteries that continue to challenge human understanding. For scientists, archaeologists, and explorers venturing through its forests and waters, the archipelago represents a unique opportunity to uncover the unknown. Whether it is the magical bioluminescence that lights up its beaches at night, the secrets buried in its land, or the undiscovered species inhabiting its forests, São Tomé and Príncipe offer far more than meets the eye. This unexplored archipelago reminds us that much of the world remains unknown. With each new discovery comes a new mystery, keeping alive the spirit of curiosity and adventure. And who knows? Perhaps at the heart of these islands lie the answers to questions we have not yet imagined asking. What else do these islands hold, waiting to be revealed to those who dare to go beyond the obvious? The mysterious disappearance of the ship, Nossa Senhora da Graça. Among the many enigmas surrounding São Tomé and Príncipe, one of the most intriguing is the disappearance of the Portuguese ship Nossa Senhora da Graça in the early 17th century. The vessel, which was transporting a valuable cargo of treasures and exotic goods, vanished in the waters near the archipelago without leaving a single trace. The ship had departed from Lisbon en route to African and Asian colonies, carrying riches, spices, and possibly objects of great historical value. However, it never reached its destination. The disappearance has given rise to countless theories over the centuries. Some suggest that the ship may have been sunk by pirates operating in the region, which was known in the past as a haven for piracy. Others believe the vessel might have fallen victim to a catastrophic natural phenomenon, such as an unexpected storm or a whirlpool that swallowed the ship, something consistent with the unpredictable conditions of the water surrounding São Tomé. Despite numerous attempts to locate the wreckage of the Nossa Senhora da Graça, no evidence has been found to this day. Expeditions by treasure hunters and researchers continue to be launched in the hope that the remains of the ship and its precious cargo are hidden in the depths of the ocean. The mystery of the Nossa Senhora da Graça is not just a historical puzzle. It is also a lure for adventurers dreaming of unearthing lost treasures and unveiling secrets of the past. With each new search, the aura of mystery surrounding this disappearance only grows, making it one of the greatest maritime enigmas of the region. Everyday life and traditions shrouded in mystery. While the nature and history of São Tomé and Príncipe are striking, everyday life on the islands is equally fascinating, steeped in traditions that uniquely blend European and African influences. A notable example is Chiloli, a musical drama that combines theatre and dance to tell medieval Portuguese stories adapted to the African context. But Chiloli is more than just theatre. It is a living bridge between the European past and the rich African cultural heritage that has flourished in São Tomé and Príncipe. Tales of kings and medieval knights are intertwined with local beliefs, creating a fusion of mysticism and tradition that spans centuries. What is most intriguing about this cultural practice is how it has been preserved and transformed over time, forging a connection between European narratives and African local traditions. Chiloli is performed with great enthusiasm by locals, featuring elaborate costumes and acting that reenacts European tragedies and intrigues. But what makes this tradition so mysterious is how it has survived and evolved in an environment so distant from its origins, preserving stories that date back to the European Middle Ages, while incorporating cultural elements unique to São Tomé and Príncipe. This singular fusion of cultures raises questions about the resilience of traditions and the ways in which they are reshaped over time. Moreover, daily life on the islands is deeply rooted in spiritual beliefs that blend with Catholicism, forming a unique kind of religious syncretism. Many residents believe in spiritual entities that inhabit the forests, rivers, and ocean. These spirits, known for protecting the island's nature and natural resources, influence not only social behavior, but also the inhabitants' relationship with the environment. The presence of these spiritual entities affects various aspects of everyday life, from agricultural decisions to social events, and many believe that harmony with these spirits is essential for maintaining balance in life on the islands. These deeply rooted beliefs, passed down through generations, create an atmosphere in which mystery lies not only in the landscapes and history, but also in the way people live and interpret the world around them. This intertwining of tradition and spirituality makes São Tomé and Príncipe not only a destination of natural and historical mysteries, but also a place where everyday life is wrapped in an aura of mysticism. For visitors, understanding these traditions is a way to connect with the island's cultural depth, where past and present meet in fascinating and often inexplicable ways. The hidden side of the islands, unexplored areas. Despite the growing interest from tourists, a vast portion of São Tomé and Príncipe remains cloaked in mystery, with large areas virtually unexplored. The mountainous terrain and dense forests make some regions difficult to access, preserving them from human intervention and maintaining their wild character. This inaccessibility creates an atmosphere of pure fascination, where only small groups of biologists, scientists, and adventurers are permitted to explore, always with great care due to environmental conservation needs. These remote areas raise numerous questions. What exactly lies hidden in these untouched forests? Some speculate about the existence of unmapped underground caves that could hold not only archaeological traces of ancient civilizations, but also species unknown to science. The combination of rich biodiversity and extreme isolation makes São Tomé and Príncipe one of the last refugees of natural secrets, a place where the unknown persists, offering clues to a distant past and the promise of future discoveries. The presence of such isolated regions adds to the sense that São Tomé and Príncipe is more than just an exotic destination. It is a place where mystery and natural beauty are tightly interwoven, creating an atmosphere nearly untouched by time. Much remains to be explored both above and beneath the surface, and the islands continue to stir the imagination of those who venture into their depths. São Tomé and Príncipe, a refuge of mystery and natural beauty. The true essence of São Tomé and Príncipe goes beyond its breathtaking landscapes and intriguing stories. With its legends of pirates, vanished ships, and ancient civilizations, the archipelago captures the imagination of all who visit. Yet its real magic lies in its isolation, in the forests that still hold untold secrets, and in geological formations that challenge scientific understanding. Natural phenomena, such as the bioluminescent waters, are not merely visual spectacles, but invitations to those who dare to investigate the island's hidden mysteries. And with every step taken through its forests or along its shores, one feels that more secrets lie concealed, ready to be discovered, whether by science, history, or the myths preserved through local traditions. Harmonious coexistence with nature and local traditions. Beyond its historical and natural mysteries, São Tomé and Príncipe offers a unique lesson in harmonious coexistence between humans and nature. The islanders maintain an intimate connection with their environment, nurturing a relationship of respect and spirituality with the land. Their cultural traditions, deeply rooted in spiritual beliefs and reverence for nature, demonstrate how the past, the present, and the mystical coexist peacefully. This profound connection reflects a balanced way of life, where people do not merely inhabit their surroundings, but coexist with them in an almost symbiotic manner. It is believed that many areas of the islands are protected by spiritual entities, which ensure that natural resources are preserved and respected. For the local population, this symbiosis is more than a matter of survival. It is a way to honor past generations and safeguard the future. If you are looking for a destination where nature still reigns, where ancestral secrets may be hidden in every forest or cave, and where the rhythm of life is guided by both science and superstition, São Tomé and Príncipe is the perfect place. It is a destination that invites explorers, scientists, and the curious to go beyond the obvious, to discover what lies beyond the visible. In this video, you have only scratched the surface of what these islands have to offer. There is much more waiting to be uncovered. In this video, you've seen only a glimpse of the mysteries that make these islands one of the last refuges of the unknown. But what else might be hidden in the depths of these forgotten lands? What stories still sleep beneath the trees and volcanoes? If you enjoyed this journey, get ready. The mystery is only beginning. Thank you for watching. And now YouTube is recommending 2 videos just for you. And rest assured, you'll love them too. Click and keep exploring the world's secrets with us.